There's no question that gossip columnists, Michael, you had an impact on how critics approach a show. Critics have often referred to the buzz.
Thank you for
in
bringing
their
me up,
reviews.
because I was going to say one of the big trends and one of the most influential things that happened in the last decade was the rise of my column.
But let's talk
twice a
about good
week
things.
in the New York Post.
Let's
No,
talk
I do. In all honesty, I know it's all a joke, but in all honesty, I do think that I did push things in a way that hadn't been pushed before. I went to see shows much earlier than reporters had gone before. I went to see shows out of town.
And is
I
that
championed
ethical?
things out of town, and I dumped on things out of town. And critics do respond now in their reviews to gossip. And there was a time when they would never respond to what was said about a show before.
And there didn't used to really be theater, Broadway gossip covered in mainstream publications that much. You really introduced that in a big way. I think when Raul Esparza had the big fight with Rosie on the set of Taboo, that became headline news, and suddenly the whole world cared about a Broadway show. They didn't buy tickets, but they cared about the show and what was going on.
Now,
Jesse, do you want to say something about my impact?
I was hoping you would just pass over me quietly.
I have something to say on the subject.
I have nothing to say.
But may I argue that one could argue that you having sources in these rehearsals telling about these arguments is damaging the process and may damage the ultimate product.
And Michael, you do play a little loose with the facts from time to time.
This started as a tribute segment. What happened?
It's an intervention.
Thank you very much.
Now it's a
for joining
Friars
us on
roast.
Theater Talk. We'll see you next time. Good night.